Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and I never made a review for this series. Well, I mean, back then I was doing redirects, I think still, but I never even made a review for this series because this was a series that used to actually be super easy to get on YouTube, super clean, no issues, but that has changed, obviously, and that is Gurren Lagann. You'll notice, obviously, I've done a fair few of reuploads that have been straight to the channel, and there will be, various things that can go on the channel and aren't really a big issue, aren't really a big threat. Gurren Lagann used to be really cool back when I did it on the original channel, but it's most definitely a no-go series, and that's why I kind of like measure everything, test everything, and yeah, so I'm making this review. This is going to be a straight Gurren Lagann review. This is for all 27 episodes I reacted to, the whole series. So you guys can get all the links in the description to my Gurren Lagann videos. One of my favorite series of all time. I love Gurren Lagann. It was absolutely fantastic. What a journey. What a cool show. I enjoyed it so much. And like I said, you guys can access all my reactions down below in the description. Really easy stuff. But yeah, this is a show that unfortunately I can't put on YouTube anymore. But that is what it is. It's fine. So I just have to make this review now to give it a review, give it a hub. Because this video acts as a hub for the reactions, obviously. So, yeah, fun stuff. Not really a lot to say about Gurren Lagann. It's been a while since I watched it. I'm probably due for a rewatch pretty soon. So I probably will rewatch Gurren Lagann relatively soon, like probably before 2021 is over. That would be one of the series I would love to do a rewatch of, because it was a really fun series. And, yeah, I mean, it was one of my favorite shows of all time. Top 10 anime of all time, I would say. I mean, is it top 5? That's where it's a little blurry, because I know I have Steins Gate over it. I know I have Neon Genesis Evangelion over it, because those are my top 2. Again, not sure which one's 1, but they're my top 2. And then it's in that second tier of masterpiece for me, which is like Code Geass, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill. Those are like the big 4 that jump out to me. Because I still haven't fully decided my opinion on Attack on Titan. I'm way too early into Monogatari to decide. I feel like Hunter x Hunter for me, as Hunter x Hunter, I haven't decided if I give it masterpiece status or not, but it's behind, I would say it's behind those 4 that I named for me personally, as amazing as it is. What other shows? Is there anything else in that discussion? Cowboy Bebop is in the same tier as Hunter x Hunter. It's in the, do I consider it a masterpiece, but it's like borderline masterpiece. So Cowboy Bebop is like in that same tier as Hunter x Hunter for me. I guess you could say like ReZero, which I'm a big fan of. I know that one's slightly more controversial, but ReZero is kind of in that. And then there's my my meme favorite series, which for those of you who have noticed, yeah, there is a certain masterpiece that a lot of people would disagree with. But, yeah, Gurren Lagann, though, is in, like, that second ring of my favorite series with, like, Code Geass, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Kill la Kill. It's probably the second ring. So, like, it's probably ranks between 3rd to 6th currently, but there are a lot of question marks there because Attack on Titan, I haven't, Attack on Titan, I don't know where that's going to land, but it's very high. I absolutely love Monogatari, and I don't know where Monogatari is going to land because I still have, at the time I'm recording this is right before I've started Nisei Monogatari. When this goes up, I'm sure I will have started Nisei and might even be done. I don't know how far in the future this is going up. But at the time that I'm recording this, I've only done Bake Monogatari and Kizu Monogatari, but I definitely could see Monogatari being somewhere in this discussion. Monster as well. At the time I'm recording this, I'm only 18 episodes into Monster, but I wouldn't be surprised if I feel very highly about Monster somewhere in there. There's a lot of shows that are definitely up there, so and even like just shows that I'm doing or shows I'm not finished yet. It's a complicated list, and I feel like I would have to really kind of really have to like piece that together to really kind of to really bring it all together and figure out where I stand on these things. But my point that I was trying to make because it's a complicated whole thing, is that Gurren Lagann is one of my favorite animes of all time. And I don't think that's going to change. I'm going to, obviously, I slowly but surely watch more and more anime over the years. And I've watched, a few really good ones since Gurren Lagann. But I think Gurren Lagann is high enough in my tiers to where I feel like it's always going to be one of my favorites. And I don't even know what degree of list that even would imply favorites. But I always think that Gurren Lagann is going to be one of the best. Because Gurren Lagann is just such a great experience. And I feel like Gurren Lagann is possibly the most anime I've ever seen. I don't know if there's ever been an anime that is like more perfectly embodied the anime spirit than Gurren Lagann. I think that's part of what makes the show so charming, so unique, so just perfect, is that it really is the anime's anime. You talk about like the people's champ. I mean, yeah, I guess you would kind of say it's the people's anime, but I mean, it really is like the anime among anime, and that's hard to explain any other way, but I think if you've watched enough anime and watched Gurren Lagann, I think you would understand like what exactly Gurren Lagann is and why it's so cool. It's such a great show. I love Gurren Lagann, and I will always love Gurren Lagann. If you guys actually aren't aware, in fact, speaking of Gurren Lagann, I have this. Hopefully it doesn't glare too much there. I definitely can see a lot of glare. But yeah, you can see Yoko over here. It's a pretty cool figure of Yoko that I have. So I figured, given this is the Gurren Lagann review, and back a few years ago, I've only had her for about, I don't know how long I've had her, maybe 6 months at the time I'm recording this, something like that. But obviously I got her way after finishing Gurren Lagann. In fact, I think when I finished Gurren Lagann, I want to say I did Gurren Lagann before my trip to Japan. So, because my first 5 anime figures I bought while I was in Japan, Yoko is way more recent. But I always remember when I was at that anime figure shop in Japan, I always remember the Yoko one that was just way too expensive, and I was like, man, I really want her, but she's too expensive, so I didn't. But then I got Yoko more recently, and I got one that I really liked that was actually not too expensive, so I felt pretty good about it, given the quality. I feel like I look at figures so much that I can usually gauge a pretty decent quality to price deal, because I feel like I'm not someone who likes to buy like really cheap figures unless I think it's a bargain. Like I don't like buying like cheap, kind of low end figures, which is why I don't buy them much. But when I do, I like to get pretty good ones. So that's why I'm a little picky with it, because it's like if I'm going to spend the money, I might as well spend the money. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to like really look into this stuff and really figure out what I want. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed Gurren Lagann. It was a great series. My reactions, I think some of my most legendary reactions, I think specifically in the later part of this show, I don't know if I ever lost my mind the way I did watching the last few episodes of Gurren Lagann. You want to talk about stupid hype? Literally, I got stupid hype. Like, I truly don't, like, if I didn't know the footage, if I didn't remember the experience personally, because even though I haven't reviewed the footage in a long time, I do remember it. To this day, I remember my reaction to a couple of the like badass moments near the end. I don't know if I've ever been that hyped before, and if I have, it's certainly, I don't know if an anime has ever gotten me that hyped before. I mean, maybe in like a sports related thing, because I do love my sports and I get passionate about it, but it was insane. It was absolutely insane. It's a great ride. So this reaction series is really good. If you never got a chance to watch it a few years ago, or never went on the Discord and checked it out, or like I said, whatever the case might be, here is my Gurren Lagann reactions down below in the description. Check out the series. It's fucking awesome. But I'm going to leave here, so Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.